Boom, day two, people. Day two. We got Marge over here. Now, I got a whole bunch of new cups coming because I like the coffee cups. I like to have a good time. Don't you like to have a good time and have things that make you smile? Like, I got my coffee cup here. I got my little Patron bottle, Inkwell right here. That's right. That's a used Patron bottle right there. People, can you believe that? A used Patron bottle. We like to have fun around here, okay? Happy day two. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to day two. Shut up and write. Now, remember, we picked shut up and write because, man, just get down to it. Get over whatever that is. I can't do this. I hang up that obstacle there. I got to do this for somebody else. Just shut up and write, okay? That's a form of putting that critical eye in the hole, okay? But that's what we're doing, okay? So, how you doing? You doing good? Are you feeling stoked? Are you ready for this thing we're going to do right now? Come on, we need more people in here doing this because we're going to have that competition. Come join the Discord. We're going to have a writing competition the second half of this little, 30-day process that we got going on here. And we're going to have real life in-person prizes, okay? Real life prizes. What's that one guy said? We're going to have some live action prizes. Or whatever. I think he's that, what is he? He's that Kentucky guy. He goes, yeah. I don't know. He's funny though, but he says live action. We got some live action in here. Okay? So check in with yourself. How are you doing today? Are you excited? Are you stoked? Are you looking forward to it? Get to looking forward to it. Looking forward to it is what changes your life, okay? Get stoked, okay? You got your critical eye locked in the hole. Today we're going to take them out for a minute. We're going to use them today, okay? So be ready for that. Impulse control. How's your schedule? You got your schedule locked in. Keep your schedule locked in. Maintain that schedule. Protect that schedule. Keep your boundaries on your schedule so that you can give that time to yourself, so that you can start to invest in yourself, in your future, to have those dividends returned. Okay? Obviously, the farmer who doesn't plant any seeds can't go yell at the field when there ain't no fruit. I mean, we all know that, right? Okay, we got that. You're there, I'm there, okay?
That's good.
Now, we talked the other day about 5 things that are necessary to be a good writer. And one was a truth agreement. Make that with yourself. You got to fill up. Number 2, you got to fill up experience and observation. Okay. Number 3, you have to build on desire. You're building out on desire. So go where you have desire and then build out onto it. Okay. Number 4 is dig where you find your desire. That's internal. You dig internal, okay? Where you find your desire, you should develop you should become curious, okay? Become curious about why you have these desires, all right? And then dig to try to find the belief or whatever it is, or the situation or whatever it was that put that desire in you. Good example. Maybe all of a sudden you just love hot dogs, and you've been loving hot dogs your whole life, okay? So you can't, when you go past a hot dog cart, you have to stop and get one, okay? It's just like an automatic knee-jerk reaction. Maybe you don't know why you do that. So you start digging. You start thinking, where's the first time that I really had a hot dog? And you start thinking. It ain't going to come to you right away. You keep thinking about it. Then you realize the first time you ever had a hot dog was a time when you and your dad, when you were about 5 or 6 years old, went down to the pier. And you and him got a hot dog, and the day was just perfect, and the seagulls were out, and it was such a good hot dog. And then you built your entire love for hot dogs upon that experience of that relationship with your dad. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. So that experience or that relationship and that memory of why you love hot dogs is now a piece of little gold nugget that you can use to build out your writing on top of. You know, you can use that relationship or that understanding of how peaceful and how loving and how great that memory was, you know. Conversely, maybe you hate swimming. Maybe you hate the water and you don't know why you hate the water, but you get this overwhelming anxiety and this feeling that you're being choked out coming up in you, and you don't know why you hate the water. You can't stand to get any water above your waist. You can't stand it, okay? You can walk into the pool or into the ocean up to your waist, but then it starts going any higher. You get this crazy anxiety starts taking you over. The hairs on the back of your neck start standing up, and you start tensing up, and you're ready to fight like one of them feral cats. You're ready to go, ready to just get after it. So you start digging emotionally on the inside. Then you have this, you know, it's going to take you some time. It's not going to come to you right away, okay? It'll come to you out of nowhere, though. And I want you to put a comment telling me I'm right, okay? So that other people know that I'm not just making this up, but this is how it happens. You set your intention to remember, okay? A couple days go by, whatever. You'll be out digging in the garden or riding your bike somewhere or whatever, and all of a sudden the memory will come back to you, and you'll remember. Oh, wow, when I was 4 years old, my mom threw me into the deep end of the pool to teach me how to swim. And I remember sinking like a rock to the bottom of the pool, and I remember her reflection going up and up and up as I sank deeper and deeper. And I sat down there as a child, and I felt it start to grow cold, and it started to get darker and darker until I felt a pair of hands grab a hold of my arm and pull me up. And I came back up to the surface, and I saw my mom's expression that she was disappointed in me, that I didn't swim. And it wasn't her that saved me, but it was the lifeguard who did. That's pretty powerful. That's something to write on, okay? That's what I mean when I'm saying we're going to dig, okay? Now, when you start digging and you find these emotional situations, because they're going to be very emotional to you, okay? I'm telling you. But that's good, though. That's good because that means the writing will be powerful, okay? The high emotion indicates powerful writing, right? If you're going to go through something and try to be cavalier and sterile and, you know, nonchalant about it, don't write it. It's not worth it, okay? If you write something and you're laughing or you're crying, that's a good story that's ready to be shared, okay? If you're writing something and you think that you have to, well, you don't get it. You know, you have to explain to the reader why it's funny. Guess what, bro? It's not funny. Okay? If you have to explain to the reader why it's such a good piece of writing, it's not good. Okay? It's not good. You don't have to explain to the crackhead why the crack is good. The crackhead either knows it's good or it ain't good. And he wants his money back, or she wants her money back, right? Either the cocaine is good or it's not good, all right? That's all there is to it. And we as human beings that take in media all the time and have relationships, we know what's good and what's not good. If you try to explain to me why something is good and I have to agree with you, that's called propaganda. That's not what we're about here. We're not writing propaganda. We're not trying to control people. We're trying to resonate with people, and that's what you should do with good writing. That's good writing. Good writing resonates with people where they don't expect it, right? So they have a little piece of truth in them, and you have your piece of truth that you dug out, and you go close to them, and whatever, and it starts to glow, and whatever is inside of them right here, it starts to glow too, because they're coming close to each other, right? And they're like, oh wow, it's glowing inside of me. Look, I'm alive. I'm glowing. I didn't even remember that. And that's the value, and that's the power of writing, is you can give something back to your audience that they didn't know they lost. Okay? That's powerful. That's what we're doing here. But, number 5, you're going to have emotional short circuits. You're going to be overwhelmed because these emotions that you had when you were a kid and you formed these ideas and these desires and these beliefs are going to flood you. Okay? So you need some physical ways to kind of discharge that emotional energy, process through it, go take a walk, make some bread, make some soup, you know, punch the heavy bag, whatever it is that you can do physically, go do it, okay? And then come back and start the process over, okay? So that's kind of our catch-up. And the reason why I do the catch-ups is to remind you, okay? Right now, these videos are programming you, okay? I'm programming you right now, but I'm programming you to empower you, so that you can take control of your own life. I'm saying, look, motherfucker, here's the steering wheel. Look, bro, here's the fucking gas pedal. Push the gas pedal, do the steering wheel, okay? And you're like, you know, and you start to drive, you start to fly, and that's what this is all about, because then you'll out there be flying, then other people will be flying, and somebody did that to me. Somebody did that for me, okay? And set me free. I'm very appreciative, okay? So, let's move on. Day 2, we're excited, okay? Did you get your notebook over here? Did you go through and write down your desires, okay? Did you write down anything you came across that you contacted that you had desire about? Where, you know, just like if you take your little electrical meter and you go through it and it goes bloop, bloop, you know, did anything you thinking about go bloop, bloop, you know, and the meter jump, okay? And if it did you write it down? That's what you're supposed to be doing in your 30 minutes of your schedule, okay? So, I wrote down a couple of them for me, okay? So, a couple of things that I like to think about is, what is evil, right? How is evil made, okay? What is creativity, all right? Can a person adventure? Can you adventure? Can a person adventure anymore? Is that possible? Or are we just stuck in this, you know, routine life that we can't break out of, okay? Then I wrote down that I love surfing, you know, so something a little bit more superficial. I love surfing. Why do I love surfing? Okay. Then I love food. I love certain types of food. Oh, I really get excited about making food. You know, we do Sunday Fun Day. So that's why I do that, you know, okay? I love Hawaii, okay? I love that place, Hawaii. When I step off the plane in Hawaii, I'm just like, bro, I'm home. I got the smells. I got the this. I got the that. The humidity makes my skin just relax, you know? Hell, I'm already overdressed for Hawaii. I got a shirt on. I rip my shirt off, you know. I go out and I get my lychees and I get my mangoes. I get my pineapple and I run around with them, you know. I get my poke. You know, I get my fish, my sushi, and I have a good time, you know. I go to the beach. I put my flip-flops back on, you know. I get all in the water, get that salt all over me. It tastes different out there, okay? So today, what you need to do is you need to take those desires, right? So you wrote down those desires, okay? The things that are emotionally charged for you, that you're excited about. Boom. We're going to build on that, okay? We're going to dig into it, all right? So I want you to write down 1 or 2 reasons for each desire as to why you think you have that desire, okay? So write down a couple for each one. Like, why do I love Hawaii? All right? Then I'm going to write that down. Why do I love surfing? I'm going to write that down, okay? And it's not something superficial like, I like to be out in the sunshine, okay? That's not going to get it around here, right? Because that's not going to resonate with anybody, okay? When you're going to say, it's like when I used to talk to girls and you say, oh, well, what do you like to do? And she goes, I like to eat. You're like, no shit, everybody likes to eat, right? That tells me nothing about you, okay? They say, oh, what other kinds of things do you like to do? One of my big hobbies is listening to music. They're like, bitch, everybody listens to music. Well, what are you talking about here? Okay? You're supposed to say, well, one of my favorite things to do is I like to go spear fishing. Nobody knows this, but I got my own skin diving suit and I got my flippers and I got a big spear gun, spear gun, and I go down and I try to spearfish. I love doing that. Okay, I got my scuba license. Oh, wow. So that tells me a lot about that person. Okay? Now, so why do you like the desires that you are attracted to? Why do you like those things? I want you to dig into yourself and I want you to write down a couple of reasons why you think you like that, okay? Now you have to challenge yourself. This is where we come back to the truth agreement, okay? That's why the truth agreement is so hard. You can't just willy-nilly and just say some bullshit, right? Because you're selling yourself out, right? You're selling your reader out. All of this is like, you know, like when you go to a restaurant and you go there and you sit down and you have this big like meal come out and you order it and it takes the chef like maybe 30 minutes to make the food and it comes out and you're like, well, $100, I'm not paying $100 for this meal. It only took you 30 minutes to cook. And then the chef goes, bro, you don't realize that I had to order all this. I was here at 6 in the morning prepping everything, okay, until dinner time, all right? So I was prepping all the fish. I was prepping all of the squid. I was prepping all the vegetables, all of the sauces. I was getting everything lined out. I was prepping everything for like 5 or 6 hours so that it could all be ready. So all I had to do was put the ingredients together, right? That's what a great chef does. That's also what a great writer does. So what we're doing is we're prepping for your story, okay? We're getting our spices lined up. We're going to get our desires over here. We're going to get our hates. We're going to get all this stuff lined up so that you can then understand the format of your story and pick your ingredients and then put them into the mix. Put them into the story. Put them into the dinner. Put them into the food so that it tastes fantastic. So that you're not sitting there toiling about, oh, you know, you're sitting there frying something. Oh shit, I need a clam. Let me go ahead and run over here and shuck this clam and pop it. Oh, I'm burning this, and then run over. Oh, I need a, and then it all goes downhill. Oh, I guess I'm not a writer. I guess I'm not a chef. No, motherfucker. You're letting the critical eye kick your ass, and you're letting the fact that you're undisciplined kick your ass. Get disciplined and get a process, okay? Work your process so that when it comes time to create, it's enjoyable. You have to stay in a state of joy when you're creating. It has to be enjoyable because that's how you maximize the amount of amperage that comes through your story. Okay, I know we're throwing a lot of analogies around here, but we have to. I'm speaking about abstract thoughts here. Okay, I'm trying to communicate to you so that you can sink your teeth into these abstract thoughts and really get on board with what I'm trying to communicate to you right here. Okay, so go back to your list of desires. If you haven't made the list, go fucking make the list today. Quit slacking, okay? And then don't come to me tomorrow and say, Ray, I hear everything you're saying, but it ain't working for me. I said, well, what are you doing? I'm acting like a consumer. I want it all just sitting there for me, ready to consume. Like, bro, we are in the kitchen. We're the cooks. We're not the client. We're not the customer. Okay? We're the cooks getting ready. All of this in mind for our clientele out there in the restaurant, out there in the front of the house. Okay? That's what we're doing right here. This isn't for us to consume. This is for us to bleed over, to cry over, to toil over in order to project it out. If you think it's about becoming famous, well, that's just a byproduct. That if it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But if that's your focus, you're in the wrong business, bro. You're in the wrong business. You might as well go become a prostitute because they get famous a lot easier than a writer. Okay, so we're here to toil. So go toil. Write down that list of desires if you haven't done that. Go through that exercise. Find out what it is that makes your fucking meter jump, your excitement meter jump. Then what you got to do is you got to start digging. You got to give me 2 to 3 reasons about why you have those desires. Why do you think you have those desires? Okay? So that's what you got to do today. I'm going to do that today too. All right? Now, before you jump into it, I'm going to say, hey, we're going to come down here to camera 2, and we're going to do that little exercise. Okay? We're going to get ready. We're going to get ready. I got our little cards. We're going to get ready today. And I want you to first take a big deep breath in and out. Can you feel yourself getting calmer? Do it again. In. Hold it. And out. And just let all of the energy run out of your body. Okay? Just let all of the energy run out of your body. Just relax. Okay? Sit back in your chair. Relax all the muscles in your face and in your entire body and let it go limp. Then take another deep breath and have it go in. And then with this, when you exhale with this breath, push it all out. Push all the stress away so you're light as a feather. Okay, think about that. Think about being light. Feel your arms tingling. Feel your legs tingling. Move your focus. Twitch your toes a little bit and focus on your toes twitching. Then have that travel up to your knees and then travel up to your butt and clench your butt a little bit. Feel that, focus on that. Then up to your chest, clench your chest a little bit, then out to your arms and clench your arms, and then finally to your hands. Breathe out and squeeze your hands a couple of times, okay? Feel that, feel that, feel that. Rub your fingers together like this, your finger and your thumb and your forefinger, and focus on how it feels. Try to try to feel the different ridges of your fingerprints rubbing over the other ridges. Try to feel that. Go slow so you feel it. And then breathe out. Okay. We're gonna do an exercise. Get your card. I got one right here, pink one. Or get your Post-it note. All right. And today, what I want you to do is I want you to draw a fear. Okay. I want you to think about. Yesterday we drew something that was somebody that was your supporter. Today I want you to draw something or a character that represents a fear, and I want you to think for a moment about what that fear is. I want you to think about it and get it into a nice little phrase, okay? Cut out all the words that aren't necessary. Maybe a 4-word phrase, maybe a 5-word at the most, maybe a 2-word phrase, maybe just a 1-word phrase, I don't know. But think about it. Fix your mind on it. Now think about that phrase, okay? Do you got it? All right, now think about who's saying it to you. What is saying it to you? And I want you to draw that, okay? I'm gonna get my pen out right here. I got it right here, my big, thick, medium guy. And here we go. So we're gonna have this guy. I'm gonna draw this guy, okay? See it? Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and move it back over here. Are you drawing yours? Draw yours. Draw it. Draw your little character. Or whatever it is. Maybe it's not a character. Maybe it's something else. But whatever you're drawing, draw it. Okay? And I want you to leave space in the top because this is where the phrase is going to be. Okay? You're going to put that phrase in here. All right? So mine is a little cockroach, okay, running around. And the phrase is, you'll never make it. That's the fear, right? You'll never make it. You'll try and you'll try, but you'll never make it, okay? And he's got his little fingers there, flipping everybody off, okay? Fuck you, you'll never make it, okay? All right. Maybe he has a little bow tie or something. Because you never trust somebody with a bow tie. All right? And this is going to be our day 2. Okay? So there we go. All right? You'll never make it. Now, when we have this little card right here, we don't write from a standpoint with blind spots. Okay? Now, we pulled the critical eye out of his hole today. And I asked you to utilize the critical eye. Okay, this is what the critical eye says to you. You'll never make it. Or to me, this is mine, right? You'll never make it. To put fear into you, to make you not try, to make you not work. But the critical eye's also given us a gift right here. He's given us a blessing. And the blessing is that for me, this is the darkest black that I could come up with, okay? So yesterday we did a positive one. Let's fucking go, right? That was mine. So that's the white, that's the positive. Now we have the black, the negative. You'll never make it, okay? So now we're starting to see what our palette is on our continuum, okay? How positive can we go and how negative can we go, okay? That's powerful when we have to write. We have to write with those in mind. We can't ignore one or the other, or we're going to get a lopsided story. And when we have a lopsided story, it's not going to have the impact that needs to go out to the viewer, because we're trying to resonate. guess what? I'm gonna resonate with a whole bunch of motherfuckers who feel this way, okay? They're my allies. We're all the same people in the same boat, worried if we're not gonna make it or not. We're in the same struggle. And so I can say, guess what, bros? We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it, okay? So I got this little cockroach right here. He's flipping everybody off. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add him to the wall up here, number 2, next to the positive one, okay? So there we go, all right? Now you put yours with the other one too, and we're gonna keep going because we are gonna make it. Let's fucking go. Let's kick some ass. You get out there, you kick some ass, and let's make it happen. Come on, man.